Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aiden. I go by Tuesday Enthusiast because that's the name of my art shop, which I will link down below if you're interested in checking out any of my finished pieces. Today I'm coming back at you with another knitting podcast episode, if you will. It's been a while since I've done one, but I wasn't really completing projects again until pretty recently with the whole Pete Mondrian blanket. It's going to its owners, and I will link that video somewhere. I don't know what side anything is on. I have a salted caramel latte in this beautiful mug that my mom thrifted for me a year ago. It's exactly what I need at this time of day. It's early in the morning, not super early though, I think like 10. But yeah, let's get into it. I got all of my works in progresses over here. I think I've done one thing. So I think being done one thing is an improvement generally. So let's go. We'll start with that. So this is the only finished object, sort of, and I'll explain in a second, that I made. It's a petit knit pattern that I riffed on because I needed it to be chunkier than the pattern is itself. So it fits like a man's head, but the needles I think I'm using are a whole millimeter bigger, so I followed the smallest pattern size, if that makes any sense. That's just what I needed, but it's cool. Right now it's just a classic brown winter beanie, but as you might remember if you've been following along, I was in a musical in the spring/early summer, and that company I offered to help with their costume design for the following project that they're doing, which is The Wizard of Oz. I'll link to where you can get tickets below if you're interested, and it's November 2025, I think, or October. I'll put it down below. This is going to be the lion's wig, like his lion mane, if you will. So there is still more to do with this. We're going to thread some yarn through it and hook it on and make it kind of like a big old, like a wool wig essentially, and I'm really excited to do that. But for now it's just a cute little beanie. The pattern does have a triple brim, but I just did a double here mostly for their comfort against the ears and stuff. I thought maybe having ropes pulled through by where your ears are covered by a hat would be uncomfortable. So I did double the brim, but the real pattern has you triple it so that you can get that folded look. So it looks more like this, but obviously longer. But yeah, I love this hat pattern. I've made it a couple times now for people, or for myself, frankly. I think I still have it around. I should make another one though, because my color taste is changing. So yeah, hat for lion wig. So this is a scrunchie. Hold on, let me show you. So this is a scrunchie that I'm working on because I wanted to see how it felt to knit this particular pattern before committing to a sweater. This is based on the minas sweater, I believe, M-I-N-A-S, and it's completely free. The pattern is completely free, and I will link her down below because it has been haunting my dreams since January. Or February. Like, I have been thinking about this sweater for a long time. It's very bright. These are the colors. These are pretty close to the colors that they use. They are a yarn dyeing shop. So, of course, they use their own hand-dyed yarns, and they're beautiful, and I might buy them for my real sweater version of this. But for now, I have some acrylic leftovers that I was just, like, testing with. And it's, like, almost done, I would say, this scrunchie. And then I'll just cast her off around a hair elastic and call it good. But I like how it's coming up. I like how bright it is. And it's like rainbow, but kind of subtle. I mean, no, it's pretty bright. I think this is the brightest piece I've ever knit. And I have to say I love it. And I think it'll go really well as like a little hair scrunch. Little half up, half down scrunch. I can't wait to finish this. Next up, we have something that had to take the back burner, unfortunately, but that I'm hoping will get the front burner again soon. And that is this tapestry that I've been working on. I've been teasing it on my TikTok, but this is her. She's double-sided. And I think covered in cat hair because my cat has been napping on it. But yeah, this is one of my self-drafted double knit tapestries. It's a self-portrait. Loosely, I sketched this in my sketchbook a while ago and was like, that would make a nice tapestry pattern. But yeah, I'm hoping that I get to be done here soon. I think there's only like 50 or 60 rows left, which sounds like a lot, but the whole thing is like 200 rows. So I'm like 3/4 of the way through it, really, if we think about it that way. Something I have been working on quicker. So as you might recall, I have this giant basket of projects, and I am slowly but surely finishing them. There are 2 things that I'm not sure if I'm going to finish. But, well, one thing really specifically, and that's the light blue Ingrid sweater. It's just so boring to knit. And I did my ribbing too loose on the bottom, and I'm mad about how I cast it off. So I might just honestly make a different sweater and kind of like frog from the sweater, which I am doing actively, you will see. But I've been designing a chunky sweater for a while now for myself. It's just like a classic sweater pattern, but make her stupid big on the needle front. Like, look at her. Can you see? So this is just like a classic sweater. It's in this beautiful dusty rose color that like I love personally. I have to finish this sleeve. This is what the bottoms are gonna look like. I kind of did balloon-ish sleeves. I started a little decrease like here on my arm and like tapered her in a little, but it's gonna be very balloony. And then I have to do the other sleeve and finished here, but I'm out of yarn. I'm holding 2 strands of a worsted weight together, and this is how much I have left. So I need to get another ball of this before I can continue, but I know that this will be a really fast knit, which is partially why I decided to work on her next, mainly. One, because she'll be beautiful for the fall and winter, and because she's knit on, like, what size are you? These are giant. These are smaller than the rest. These are US 10.5s or 6.5 millimeter needles. I believe the main body is knit on 9 millimeter needles, or like US 15s or something. So it comes together so fast, and it's gonna be so toasty, which I'm kind of in love with. Here we go. I decided I wanted to design my own kind of like beginner sweater, if you will, which is this one, because a lot of them are seamless or top down, which is fine, but a lot of the like beautiful colorwork sweaters that are out there use this like paneling technique, if you will, where you leave the neck open, and then this is what the back of the shoulder looks like, but the front is plain, and your sleeves are picked up in a certain type of way along the side. I wanted to make sure that maybe somebody who had knit a seamless raglan to start then could maybe move on to something like this that's a bit more classic composition for colorwork, so that they could see if they like that composition. The raglan and this one are the 2 main composition styles for colorwork, but also it knits up really fast. So if you're a beginner knitter, you're not like, oh my god, it's taking me 70 hours to knit this sweater because it's knit on 3 millimeter needles. It will like fly off, and that's kind of the plan here. I think I made this in a Pound of Love color. If I happen to know it before I upload this video, I will pass that on to you. And finally, this is gonna feel really silly, but this is what I have on the needles. This is going to be my new Ingrid sweater, and I am frogging it off of, I don't know if you can see that. This is my old Ingrid sweater. So I accidentally was knitting this on the wrong size needles, and it was like notably too big. And also I completely and entirely messed up a section somewhere. I just like decided that I don't need this detailing from up here down here, so that's just like deep in it. Like it's gonna be about the same amount of time and effort to just start again on the needle size that I want than to frog it back 90% of the way to do that. So that's what we're up to over here. This is my more complicated project, like definitely my mathier project that I'm doing. I have like 3 different levels of knitting, if you will, available to me, so I can match my mental state at that time. So I have my super easy chunky sweater that I'm designing, but it's going really well, and I've already kind of like done all the math that I need to, and now it's just the execution. Very easy, just like mindless stockinette, make a little tally, bam. This one's like the medium one where I'm like, okay, I kind of need to pay attention like what row I'm on, but because I'm really comfortable with this pattern, I've made it once or twice now, and I love it. Like, this sweater is so lovely and beautiful and show-stopping. It's so classic. And then, so this is my like medium knit, so it takes a little bit of focus, but nothing like the tapestry does. I think when I'm done this one, I kind of want to make a sweater in the like style of Rory Gilmore's sweater in like the first or second episode of the Gilmore Girls. You know the one I'm talking about. You know it. I think that would be so fun. So maybe I will document that. I forgot completely about my other finished object, which isn't here. That is the Pete Mondrian blanket. I will put some pictures up now, but she is the main project that I've been working on since, I want to say February or March. I definitely planned her in January, but in February or March is when I was like, okay, if we're crafting, we are making that. So I made a lot of that blanket over the past like 6 months, I would say, especially in May, June, and July. But it was like a 6-month endeavor, which is so reasonable. Like, generally something like that is, and giving yourself a tighter timeline is like the fast route to carpal tunnel, so don't do that to yourself. But we are plowing our way through the basket. Currently in the basket, if you were wondering, we have the quarter zip sweater, the men's quarter zip sweater that I'm still working on for my partner. I need to see if I have enough wool for that. And I need to wash it because my parents' cat peed on the body of it, and it smells like piss every time I touch it, so that's really cool. But we are flying through the basket. I finished all of the book covers and gave them away to people. The ones that I was working on, the little green and the one that's in that same dusty color as my sweater. And we have the men's quarter zip by Petit Knit in there that I'm working on that I need to wash before I continue knitting on it, or I'm going to get a headache. And I'm also going to be like, why do I smell like piss? And the answer is, you were touching the sweater. I have that light blue Petit Knit sweater that I was working on. I love Petit Knit, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Unfortunately, she is a fantastic designer, and I want all of her pieces in my closet, because they're just classic staples that will last me my entire life. But I have her light sweater, which I honestly might try to make a Monday sweater out of it, because the yarn is beautiful. I just am hating how that one's working up. And then I have the throw blanket from my house, which I need more yarn for, but we are getting her done. Anyway, thanks for checking in to my knitting podcast update. Thanks for being here. I love to share what I'm working on. Once again, hitting that art shop would be sick. Like and subscribe if you're still around. That would mean a lot. It helps me. And it helps me know what you're like interested in too. Like, I kind of am posting around to like feel things out. So give me a thumbs up if you like something more than others. Anyway, we'll carry on this knitting journey some other time, I'm sure. Stay crafty out there.